Alrighty guys, it's I, ChrissieGirl, and we're moving on to part 6 of my Sonic 06 playthrough Shadow story. And we're actually getting ready to fight Mephiles. Yep, that Shadow Recolor is going to finally get what's coming to him. We're finally going to take him on.
Don't bother to try and deceive me.
And, while not one of the worst bosses you can fight in this game, it's certainly not one of my favourites. See, you can't hit Mephiles right off the bat because you probably noticed that Shadow is in the form of Mephiles. Mephiles is hiding in Shadow. Shadow cannot hit Mephiles at all. The only way we can hit Mephiles is to build up our Chaos Boost bar, and to do that we basically have to kill all these generic little enemies that can also latch onto you and then eventually explode. Though they don't always hurt you if you explode. I find that if I'm doing a combo, then they don't hurt. I mean, this isn't like the worst thing in the world, but it's a little bit tedious. Having to go around constantly killing all these little enemies because they don't give you that much energy for your Chaos Boost bar. But thankfully it all eventually does add up by constantly attacking them. It's just really annoying when they latch onto you. So basically just keep going. Keep whacking all these little buggers until eventually your Chaos Boost meter is full. Then use Chaos Boost and Mephiles will have to show himself. You can't hit him right off the bat, you have to hit him once he's made his move. This can be a little bit annoying because of the camera, but it's not too bad. He's quickly defeated if you use a combo. So that would be my advice. And no, that isn't it for the boss. If that was it for the boss, it would be rather disappointing as a boss. And the ultimate life form has been defeated by Mephiles. Nope, not quite. Omega has awakened from his 200-year sleep and is ready to help Shadow. And yeah. So the boss fight continues after this loading screen, which if you ask me is almost completely unnecessary, but then again most loading screens in this game are completely unnecessary. But anyway, with Omega we don't need to do any of that rubbish like charging a chaos meter. You just go straight in there and attack the bugger. It's rather annoying how the ultimate life form is Shadow. The ultimate life form, has to charge up a Chaos Boost bar before he can even lay a hit on this guy. Omega can just go in and slam dunk him straight away. I mean, yes, I know Mephiles is part of Shadow, but still relatively annoying. But this boss fight isn't bad compared to a lot of the other boss fights in this game. It's tolerable. The only thing is he constantly moves around and the camera does not help you in the slightest. I mean, I can't even see Mephiles here. And again, the little minions can latch onto you and explode, and yeah, that can be quite annoying. But overall, the boss fight isn't too bad. There certainly are worse boss fights in this game. And that's that. Yes, this is the end of the Mephiles boss fight. We've taken that blasted Recolor out. But unfortunately, we haven't taken him out for good. Mission complete. But anyway, yeah. Perfect mission. I haven't actually covered how Omega plays, but I'll do that when we eventually get to a level with him. Or it, I should say. You know, it is a robot, but I've always generally referred to Omega as a he, but whatever. And I can't believe I actually S-ranked that boss fight. But hey ho, that's not too bad. So, another loading screen. I wonder how many loading screens I've actually sat through so far in this entire Let's Play playthrough thing. Yeah, Mephiles doesn't say a word, he just goes back in time with the click of his fingers. But here's a query. Shadow only needs one chaos... Hold on. Omega was sent to the future so that Shadow can get home using his one Chaos Emerald, right? At least that's what I think happened. But in the end, they didn't need it. They just used Mephiles' warp. Who the fuck knows where that would have led? Oh well. In any case, Shadow and Omega are now back in the present. And they are now able to continue on doing whatever it is they're going to do in the present. Yeah. So now we've got to meet up with Rouge in the warehouse. Yes, that is the same place we met up with Knuckles in Sonic's story. These load times are ridiculous. Anyway. So, yeah. Just head on to the warehouse and we can speak with Rouge. I don't think we have to do any stupid missions before we end up speaking to her. We just go straight in and talk to her, I think. Which is much preferable. Loading, 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 loading. I'm sorry, but the load times in this game are absolutely fucking ridiculous.
It seems like Eggman's machines are looking for you. What did you do this
So anyway.
Nothing. Their target is probably Mephiles.
What is
Yeah.
Eggman up to?
Basically, the idea now is that we're going to try and pursue Mephiles and put a stop to whatever it is he's planning and...
Hey, wait a sec.
Yeah.
I can handle this alone. You keep track of Mephiles.
He finally shows up again, and then he leaves before even saying hello. Well, it seems his little trip hasn't changed him. This is Rouge, GUNHQ? Yes. Pull all available data on an item called the Scepter of Darkness for me.
You sure it's not the Book of Darkness, Rouge? I'm sorry, but I still can't get over that. That is just such a stupid flaw. So, basically what we've got to do now, after this stupid long loading screen, needlessly long loading screen, I should say,
The doctor's traveling by
is we've got to head down to
station.
Radical Train. That's where we're headed next. I'm not gonna lie, this is another stage that is drastically similar to Sonic's version of the stage. But, you know, I can forgive it, and I have no idea why I was wandering around. I can't believe I actually got lost. Yeah. Yeah. But unlike with Sonic and eventually Silver, which we'll see later, we can just sneak in, just go straight in through the entrance into the magic mirror of awesomeness. Unlike Sonic, who has to take a ventilation duct using his bounce bracelet, And unlike Silver, who has to actually do a town mission in order to get into Radical Train, Shadow just goes straight in, which is cool. So Shadow Stage plays very drastically similarly to Sonic. There are a few differences, namely in terms of like enemies and stuff like that, but it's nothing too much. Ugh! It's nothing too massively difficult. I don't remember these fences being here in Sonic's version of the, level. So, yeah. The major difference with this level would be that you're not saving Elise, from being blown up. You're actually trying to stop the train to confront Eggman, who is aboard it. So that's the main difference here. So you want to hit the switches to block the train from going off anywhere. And then once the train stops there, and I obviously forgot this, once the train stops there, you can then start beating the train up. I have no idea why I forgot this. Yeah. You when the train stops, you just beat up the train for a bit until the train starts moving again. So we're not trying to rescue the train this time. This time we're deliberately trying to stop it so we can beat the fuck out of it so we can get to Eggman. But that's really the only difference that there is. The level itself is designed almost completely identically to Sonic, barring a few minor differences. And I'm sorry, but that is tedious when I have to play through the same level over again. I mean, yes, this was an issue in games like Sonic Heroes and that, which I actually liked, but I don't like this game, so that's why I'm bitching about it. But man, I found an issue even in Sonic Heroes. Yay for dying, not. Yeah. Like I said, I found having to replace the same exact stage is even an issue, even in Sonic Heroes, which is a game that I greatly enjoy. So, get by. Oh, I'm losing all my train of thought here. Yeah, I probably will provide commentary for the rest of my Sonic games that I've recorded and other games that I've recorded because, well, give me something to do and I quite enjoy this from time to time. Obviously, I don't have an enormous amount of time on my hands like I used to, but when I do find time, it'd be quite fun to just chill out and do a little LPing. To be honest with you, I think you die if you miss the train, but I'm not entirely sure on that because I've never ever missed the train. I've always managed to get it to stop. Yeah, more killing enemies in order to proceed. I think that's become Shadow's trademark a little bit in regards to the gameplay. But we don't need to tackle the second part of the stage. Well, no, we don't need to hit the train a third time, I should say, not second time, third time. Because now we're actually going straight towards Sonic's Mach Speed section. And no, don't worry, Shadow doesn't do Mach Speed at all, so we're just going to chase the train the good old-fashioned way. There is a motorbike there. That's a vehicle we haven't encountered yet. And it's entirely compulsory. It's not one that needs to be used. And it's probably better not to use it. I'm just using it to show it off. Because the controls are a little bit finicky on the motorbike, I find. And I can't be fucked waiting for that fucking train to pass. But yeah. The motorbikes obviously can't take as much damage as, say, the buggy or, hell, even the glider. It's easily the one vehicle that takes less damage than everything else. I don't really understand why it's here, because, I mean, you don't need to use it. And look at how finicky the controls are. I'm all over the place. So yeah, we just chase the train down, shoot at it, shoot at it, shoot at it. I don't think you need to shoot at it, but hey, it got me a quicker result, I think.
I guess that was all right.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Radical Train. And I think that is also it for part 6. So, with that being said, I'll catch you guys later in the next part where we take on an annoying boss.